Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 180 of the Terminus podcast for the weeks of March 26th, 2022. Can you believe that I thought we weren't actually going to get an episode done today? I thought I was going to be at my family's house until wicked late, and we were not going to be able to do this. But I'm your host, Ellis.
You said the 26th, correct?
I'm here, otherwise known as the Admiral. Yes, the 26th.
You're here, otherwise known as...
Today is the 26th, for all intents and purposes. Doesn't matter what it says on your calendar. Thank you very much.
Actually,
it's the 26th somewhere.
No, it's not.
No.
Yes, it is. If you go far enough out in space, it is.
It's the 26th right here in this podcast. With me, I have one fireman, only one of our regular cast. That's Nicholas Wakefield. Jillies, thank you for showing up.
You're welcome.
Despite
I wasn't going
to,
but then I felt
weekend.
bad. I wasn't going to because I felt like crap, and then I felt better, and I felt bad, so I came.
Well, I'm glad. We have two horsemen, Dean Massara returning again and again.
For like
and
the
again.
1000th podcast in a row.
Yeah, and Aiden Jensen, my son, Eastrail.
Hello, everyone. How is the do?
And today we are doxing Ace Republic. You may know him as Ace Republic. Yes. I only knew him as Ace Republic. His name is Alec Bartlett, apparently.
Yeah.
And he is not a what's the word? A descendant of Charlemagne. Charlemagne.
No.
He's not.
Not quite.
Nope. Missed it by that much.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of inbreeding in those days. You're probably also a descendant of Charlemagne. Anyway,
right.
Before someone puts on Sweet Home Alabama, the train will terminate at this station.
Hello, everybody.
We are in
Rochelle,
Illinois.
Oh, it goes so wrong.
You people are animals.
Hello, everybody. And today we're in
caboose.
Rochelle, Illinois. Not shown on the camera
my name is Nicholas Wakefield. We are in Rochelle, Illinois.
We're in Rochelle, Illinois. Not shown on the camera is the junction between the Burlington Northern Santa Fe and the Union Pacific, whose tracks are in frame right now. Other than that, it's a nice Sunday night.
What's that crossing the tracks there in the distance? A raccoon? Does anybody else see that?
Oh, I do see that.
I do see that.
Don't let Gloria hear that.
This crossing depicts a place where somebody killed themselves one time.
What?
And it was caught on video.
What?
At that crossing.
That's kind of not uncommon, unfortunately.
Anyway, this is... man, if we could just get, like, one intro where it isn't abject chaos. We used to be so good at that. I don't know what happened.
We got older.
Sure. With age comes insanity.
Yes.
But you see, doing the same thing over and over is literally insanity.
I mean, the document... We're on the fourth edition of the document.
Oh my god,
that's a tray.
How much you... Okay, place your bets. BNSF Gevos on stacks?
Well, it's Union Pacific, right?
Gevos on Stevos.
Union Pacific Gevos on stacks.
Probably. I mean, we're right outside.
I would assume Gevos on auto.
Oh, there it is.
But we'll see.
Oh my god.
Anyway, while we look at this, I will go over briefly the class of mental responsibility. Union Pacific is on the camera, so I'll get them out of the way first. They had an accident.
It's manifest.
They had a disastrous accident with a bunch of center beams in Colton underneath the bridge. It looks like a mess. It looks like just a bunch of lumber laid end to end. Also, the design of this bridge is so interesting.
It's so brutalistic in nature.
It's just weird. It has these big, long bits that stick out. Like, the pillars are 60 feet to the left of the bridge.
This was a bad camera. This was a poor camera because it's going to be dark soon, but it's fine.
Oh, well.
Bruh, Jillies,
Hey, I was right about the Autorex, though. There is Autorex.
There's a thing... Well, this is PSR. There might also be stacks on it.
So, yeah, there absolutely are. Are you kidding me? This is Union Pacific.
That was on the 21st. That was actually the most recent accident, which is kind of unusual. Before that, Canadian Pacific had a no good, very bad week. 2 accidents. One where they popped some cars in the middle of a consist, and another one where actually they had 2 derailments in one in Saskatchewan.
Sus.
Yeah. Train carrying corn and a something else. Either way, no hazardous materials, nothing exciting, no fires, no explosions. BNSF had a wreck on the 20th of March in Pewaukee.
It's Milwaukee's younger cousin.
Yeah.
Pewaukee.
And that's about it. KCS continues to hold the mantle for as long as they exist. That could change any day now. We'll never know. These mergers, they tend to show up with no warning. So we'll definitely, it will be incredibly surprising, I'm trying to say. When
hey, Southern Pacific.
Yeah.
Roll a lot.
But in seriousness, just to plug it really quick, we're doing a bit of an Iron Horseman meetup in Shreveport, Louisiana, on Columbus Day weekend in October. We're going to spend one of the days basically full-on rail fanning KCS as a farewell. Anyway, has anyone here been doing any rail fanning?
Yeah, I almost got arrested doing it yesterday.
Oh, nice.
I was almost not arrested doing it this past time.
Although, admittedly, I didn't do anything wrong intentionally, but I almost accidentally maybe wandered onto a military base.
Whoa, hold on. What point did you realize it when the 5 stars came up in the corner of your screen? Like,
he went from almost being arrested to the military almost mowed me down.
Yeah, that's the second worst thing that can happen to you.
Rail fanning on a military base. Okay.
Well, I didn't realize. So no. There's a reason. Okay, no, because no.
We understand you're just trying to steal a jet.
Yes,
makes sense.
No, I was not.
Yes,
no,
yes, he was. Don't lie, O'Jellies. We all know you were.
Okay, no, there's no jets here. It's an Army, an Arizona Reserve base. Okay.
So it's
that's what they want you to believe.
Yeah.
So
here's the drawing, right? So there's the base. I was on that bridge. You can see it outlined with the me.
Okay.
So there is a.
Go on.
There's a sign, and I passed the sign, and I assumed they wouldn't start the military base until you got to the checkpoint, right? At which point it goes from public road to military base, and technically that is a public road. As Weibo put it, it's just a public road you can't use. So, I was sitting there.
Every road in Pennsylvania.
It's just, well, that's for a different reason.
Yeah.
It's a public road that you just can't use, right? So I was sitting there on aforementioned public road, and quote unquote public road, and a guy rolls up. The train we were chasing past us. We're like, okay, let's wait here for the next one because there's one with the Santa Fe War Bonnet SD40-2. And as is the one you see in the grab bag that I was in about 30 minutes later. Ended up happening was there was a guy who came up to us and said, hey, you're not supposed to be here. He's like, what are you guys doing? And I was like, oh, we're just taking pictures of trains. And he's like, okay, well, I don't have an issue with you being here, but the next guy probably will. And he's been known to be pretty willy-nilly, so I would recommend you get out of there. And we assumed when he said willy-nilly that he kind of meant he would arrest us because it's happened before with it's happened before with rail fans that have been there and gotten seen by the wrong person. They've taken them into custody, said we're just rail fanning, and they said, all right, leave.
And I feel like that should have given you a heads up if you've known.
Well, I didn't know that until after.
Bruh.
Don't bruh me.
Like you'd think that they would put up signs saying, "Hey, this is private land."
Why is it signs?
They do, but I assumed, right? They do, but I assumed that they didn't start. The brace didn't start, and they wouldn't. Oh my God, there's a train going the other way, and they wouldn't care until after you got to the checkpoint, at which point it does start the military base. But that was incorrect.
You've been trolled.
You've been hit by.
Oh my god, is that an SD70?
It's lagging out.
Oh, it's a repaint too.
It's a repaint.
I haven't done any rail fanning personally, but
I wasn't done.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Okay.
All right. Fine.
Because remember, he did say he got arrested.
I did not get arrested.
Almost got arrested.
Also, I have purchased 4 undecorated locomotives. I am finally spending money on undecorated and custom proto freelance stuff. Hate all of you. I don't care what you say. Okay, that's all. Here's the picture.
Bruh.
I have a picture as well. I just put
I saw
it's
that.
sideways, but it is the fact that there are 43 hours to go on the Kickstarter, and we are at $669 pledged out of our $582 goal. This is awesome.
I should probably buy one.
By the time this comes out, there's going to be like 20 hours left.
Yeah, that's true. There is effectively no time to buy if this is your last, or if this is the only time you're hearing about these trading cards, which it should not be. But
can you send me a link, LS, later?
Here's a photo of the trading cards. Yeah, I can just throw a link in right now, honestly, and I'll send it to you again later. Here's a photo of them on my kitchen table. I already started setting sets aside for people that bought 4 packs with the guaranteed variety, so they get one of everything. And I am super excited to be able to fill these orders and send them out, and like, it was successful. That's the part that's blowing my mind. I know I was expectant from the beginning, but I'm so glad we got this far, and I cannot wait to get an audience with QMA and put together the Rares Online pack, or the Rares Online batch, and then move on to batch 3, which is all the people that paid the extra $5 to get a suggestion in.
The most common cards are gonna...
Hmm?
Most common cards from those suggestions are gonna be the 3rd pack?
No, there were only 16 suggestions allowed, and they haven't all been sold. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a completely people's choice pack. Whatever ones are left over are gonna go to vote in the Discord, and people are gonna vote on what other locomotives they want in the pack. So,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, who's ready to do SP18, SP19, Rio Grande 20, Rio Grande 21?
Yeah. No, that'll come around. We just have to work on batch 2 first, which again is going to be a little bit tricky because I need an audience with the heads of Rare Hearts Online. So,
and then after that, we've got more exciting things lined up if things fall the right way.
Yeah, no, I need to get a couple of special orders wrapped up. I need to talk to the folks at the Red Museum of Pennsylvania again about getting ownership of a couple of prints, or getting permission to use a couple of prints. And that's basically all my railroading, except I started building in a new direction on Tollprint, which was exciting. Like, I'm laying down baseboards for the first time in years. The last episode, I
got over the knack for trolleying. There we go. I couldn't find the word.
Trolley. Well, there may not be more trolleys in this section, but there are some trolleys in Woonsocket that I didn't know about. I have a link here
lot of trolleys.
A diner in Woonsocket that is made of 2 trolley cars. Apparently, they've been encased for 75 years, and yeah, they're there. These are ancient. These are like pre-Brill cars. I don't know why they got turned into a diner, but I hope somebody rescues them. You know, maybe they'll go to the Seashore Trolley Museum or something. They're just shells, but they're not totally falling apart. They don't look too bad. They're a little rough around the edges, but I've seen worse, you know?
I mean, if they're just shells, then I'd imagine that the equipment for them would be harder to come by.
Well, right.
A lot harder.
Yeah, I don't expect the restore and run of the mainline Mango Gobbles. It sounds like they're going to be repurposed as part of an antique shop in the area or on the location. So that's neat. I got to go check this out. Gloria has some family in Woonsocket, so there's my excuse to get up there. So, I hear the chuckles. Yes, I know it's like 15 minutes from me, and I need an excuse to go there. But seriously, it's a Rhode Island thing. If it's more than 20 minutes away, it's not worth it. That's just the way things go around here.
No, that's true. It's true. I've been there at least 3 times.
Yeah, no, Dean knows we're spoiled here. We're spoiled. You can get anywhere you need to go in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But Dean, you have some trolleys as well. Ace.
I do. Yes.
I see
What
that.
did Ace do? What did Ace do?
I just saw him go into a game on Steam.
Yes, because I'm just making sure it works. That's all. It just is
have
installing.
All right.
You could see exactly when I've added this to my library, and no, it's just installed.
What is it, Dean? What? Did you injure yourself again?
Yes. See, look. It looks like the launcher is not responding. Do you want to close it?
No, that's a shame. Too bad. Good thing you. The game knows that you should not be doing that.
Yes.
Anyway,
well, I just figured I'd have it installed while the podcast is going.
SMH, Ace, SMH.
Yeah.
Nice, Ace.
And none of us here would ever do anything else on the podcast either. So.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. I've never played a game on the podcast in my life.
Well, in fairness, I haven't, but that's because I only have one screen. But
I don't think I have.
Let me lay down the law really quick, because there's a difference between being completely absorbed in a game and not paying attention and
multitasking.
And multitasking. If you can do what Wyville did last episode, where he played Gmod the whole time and no one could tell because he was like the second most active person on the show, that's fine. If you could do that, that's fine. But if you're like zoning out because you are conquering the world or driving a battleship, that's a different problem. But Dean, tell us about your trolleys.
Very targeted.
Yeah, so MATA, they are reopening the Madison lines soon-ish, and I don't, and with it they're going to bring in new rail cars.
Is this your only trolley line?
No, we have several, but the Madison line has been closed since I think 2008 or 18. I can't remember off the top of my head.
That's a spread.
It's been closed for a few years, and
oh my God, there's another train.
Is it really?
Is there another train?
Yeah,
there is. Yes,
and it's not a stack.
Yo, is that an EMD on point?
No.
But yes, it is.
But the Madison line's been closed for several years, and when I've been downtown, they've been steadily. I don't want to say revamping it, but they have been. They can censor that. Cool, that's pretty cool. But they have been refurbishing it to take traffic again, and
cool.
Matt has been acquiring new rolling stock as I said, and frankly, I'm not a fan of how they look. Like they clash really hard with the ads. What is this sound? Go away sound.
That's why you need to get an ad blocker. Speaking of, the sponsor of today's video.
Ad blocker.
No, there's no sponsor of today's video.
Sponsor of today's video. Chili's VPN.
Chili's VPN.
Not even an ad. It was like a thing, but
it's a VPN. Except I get to see every.
Ready for a mid-roll in 3, 2, 1.
No.
Oh my God! There's another train going the other way too. I think.
Oh my God! Is that a trainception?
Jesus Christ! But
what do you know? It's busy over here.
I'm trying to stay on point.
Replace.
God damn it, you people!
Then
Let Gene talk.
Royale.
the new cars are like, in my humble opinion, the new cars clash with the New Zealand cars that have been running for the past couple decades,
They're
since
from New
1994, which is cool. Yes, yes, they are from New Zealand. And one of the, I have to pull one of the pictures up, but if you ask me, if I saw these two running at the same point,
Mango
I
gobbles.
would think that there would be some transitory period. Now,
The
there
one on the
isn't
right
any-
looks Japanese.
Yeah, it looks very Japanese, and
It's
the
an
one
honor
on
car.
the left is.
Is it by Nihon Steel?
I don't know who it's. It's by Siemens Duwag.
Duag.
Oh, it's by Siemens.
Duewag. Duwag. It's
Dewey.
Dewiggle.
the new car.
These nuts.
Someone on the my Twitter said San Diego Memphis mashup.
Well, you've also been doing some Gary's Mod stuff, I can see.
I have, yes.
I know you've been a
I've
part
finally.
of Wybold's return to Gary's Mod, which somebody said the funniest thing I've heard in a little while, which is like, oh, nature is healing, the dolphins have come back to Italy, and Wybold has come back to Gary's Mod.
And the
Yes.
dolphins are good again.
I have officially finished Asterisk, my first steam locomotive in a Gmod.
Yay!
It's a Southern Railway
Yay.
F1. It took me about 8 to 10 months to build because I kept losing motivation.
Yeah,
but
do be like
when Weibold got on, I saw him building his project, and I said, screw it, I'm gonna finish it,
like I can do this.
and I did.
Yo,
And
is
it
that
did.
a
And it,
DPU?
It came out-
Stevenson Galvier included.
It came.
I have someone working on a Southern valve gear for it right now, but it's not coming along too great. I'm sad to say, but it runs really well. There are some quirks about it that I need to sort of iron out, but it can go over. But it can go around corners at about 70 to 80 mile an hour, which is pretty good.
Where'd you put the center of gravity in it? In the ground?
Yeah.
No, it's just like the base plate is just really low.
It has the
it's really heavy.
it has the tracking ability of Betsy from the Bacon line.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Like, this thing moves.
Anyway,
But yeah, I'm
It's
glad
Shigula
that,
Hoogie
that, that I
Boogies.
finally made it. What?
You know what else moves?
great.
Empties
Good
east,
job.
empties west.
Easy sticks.
You're in Florida.
So-
Everything's north or south. What are you talking about?
No. There's one east or west line, and it's called the Disney line, and it is run
line.
by everyone's favorite fascist, Mickey Mouse.
Okay, listen.
Well,
I can't say that you're wrong, but maybe that's
I mean-
not a thing we should
sponsorship's
say.
sake.
No, but I have done some foaming, and it has been mostly EMD power, which is based, if you do ask me.
It's not.
So as you
It's
can see,
boring.
the first image, we have EMD P42 DCs on Amtrak, led by EMD bi-level cab cars. And then on the second image, we
Realize.
Hold up.
Wait, what?
yeah, it's EMD's replacement for the GE F40.
The
the-
GE SD40-2.
Yeah,
Snoot.
exactly. And then we have a Snoot GE SD40-2 with some GP40s behind it. They were going in like notch 7 and only at like 35 miles an hour, and my ears were just listening to the beauty as they went by.
Oh, I thought you were about to say bleeding.
No, dude, no, not with EMD. And in this third image, it's some annoying Gevos with two GP40s and an SD40 behind it.
Is that a tender?
Yes.
That's the fuel
Ooh,
tender,
I
yes.
get to bless someone with the news of tenders. Mwahaha.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So the LNG is FEC. The FEC is based and uses LNG,
FEC.
which is liquid natural gas. There goes Dean. Welcome back, Dean. Which is very based because it's better than diesel fuel, both economically and ecologically. That's a word, right?
Yes. Something
And
about
if it
the
isn't-
ecology.
Yeah, something
economy.
environmental as well. So they use it in tenders because, as far as I'm aware, I could be wrong. The only refueling spot is in Miami, so they basically, use a tender like a tender is and move their fuel with them.
This tender is
but
used
then
like a tender.
Yeah, it's almost wow. But yeah, and then of course they can just use it as a tender because they are plugged into the engines. So
I actually have practical experience doing something like this in the simulator pocket trains. They have tenders.
And unlike in steam engines, you can actually uncouple these tenders.
Exactly. That is the most important development of the diesel era.
Exactly. And just something I like to reaffirm is this continues to prove that oil is the best engine, is the best fuel for engines. I rest my case, oil burners, let's go.
Okay. I would argue that this is not oil, but sure.
It's still dinosaurs
it has
many
gas
years ago.
in the name, but I digress.
Yeah. Well, it's natural gas, and it's also liquid natural gas.
Yeah, but never mind. Never mind. We'll just move on from that. This is not that we shy away from pointless arguments, but
if we don't,
we don't. So you're wrong, and here's why.
No, you're wrong, and here's why.
I'm gonna tank, and you're not.
Here's why.
Your Garrett's are tank engines, and here's why.
Ace, you didn't write anything down. You should have wrote stuff down. What did you do this past weekend?
I didn't realize I was supposed to write it down here.
You are.
You're chum.
And,
you know what?
You're chum.
No, you're chum. You're a horrible human being, and I hope you rot in hell.
This is my first
I'm just kidding.
podcast.
Jillies.
Nobody explained this.
I'm kidding.
I do think I said that, but that's unimportant. Nobody listens to me anyway. Jillies, you don't have to denigrate the guest on their first time on the show.
Sorry.
You should probably save it to the second or third to make them.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. One of them is into it, and I don't know who.
What?
Understandable.
Understandable. Have a terrible day.
Woo.
Well, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
Should we keep going?
Can we keep going but also stop?
No.
I agree. Let's keep going, Chili's.
No.
Oh man. So I understand that you were sharing the gospel of trading cards.
Yes, so I didn't quite go rail fanning. I haven't gone
Look
rail
at this guy
fanning.
not rail fanning.
What a cringe lord.
Anti-foamer.
Anti-foamer.
Yeah,
if
you don't foam, you're an NB.
State Railroad Museum. And I did manage to get the business card of the museum purchaser, and I have sent that off to Ellis.
Oh, so that's who that was. The purchaser. That is actually really.
They're in charge of the merchandise. That's why that's a uber important card.
We could get. That is actually incredibly important. I would love to. Now that we have a proof of concept, I would love to do we'll go. We'll see if we can market these to the California State Railroad Museum as hey, let's put some packs in your shop. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it says right on the card, Director of Retail Operations.
Okay. I only glanced at the card. I just knew that it was someone important.
Yeah, but it's pretty neat. I guess this is some Terminus news for anybody going to the California State Railroad Museum and you want to show some of your folks the sleeping car, because the sleeping car is really cool, because sleeping cars aren't like that anymore. Or the dining car, because also dining cars aren't like that anymore.
Yeah.
And also because they have like the place sets of like a majority of the major railroads from that time. The state of California owns the passenger cars, or those passenger cars, and they are closed to the public. So if you're going there to take a look at the sleeping car or the dining car, you won't be able to. But luckily for you, the rail post office is still open, and you can look at that. Well, of
course, the post office doesn't close.
Yeah, I think that's literally a federal crime.
Well, I mean, it did for a couple of years.
No.
Just like Pennsylvania, everyone will declare war on the state of California.
I mean, hasn't that already happened?
On a long enough timeline.
Everyone,
on a long enough timeline, everyone will declare
war on California.
I mean, technically, my state and I think Tennessee state, Dean's state, have declared war on California already.
Really?
I think.
Yeah, back in 1816, was it? I don't know.
1860.
I think.
Oh,
what the hell was I going to say? Florida has already declared war on peace and sanity. Like.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Delete this.
Yeah.
No.
What can I say except
And I did see that they have. I didn't know this, but the State Railroad Museum has seasonal displays, and because it's winter and literally any day now it will be gone, you'll be able to see one of Southern Pacific's rotary snowplows.
Oh, that is really cool.
That I think a picture of that was posted here. I didn't take any pictures while I was there because I was just there. Look at the museum. Yep, you can see a rotary snowplow.
Well,
I've made a sacred. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I've made a sacred vow to never step foot on a California soil, but I might have to break that.
Listen, there's a lot of cool stuff in California. Nobody's forcing you to live there.
Right.
Like chemicals that cause cancer.
No, they are known to cause cancer. They don't,
Everything causes cancer in California.
But important difference.
That's a well-known fact.
Also, apparently, the thing was they had a wedding there.
Oh,
congratulations to whoever that was.
Hey,
thank you.
I won't mention that to Gloria. I think I've got her sold on Horseshoe Curve.
Well, it was a very good venue in the Roundhouse.
I'm sure. I mean, it's a great space.
What if we all ping Gloria?
What if you don't do that? Actually,
what if she watches the podcast?
Yeah.
What if you
had a wedding inside of the Roundhouse at
Evanston, Wyoming? You can do it in Wyoming too.
What if we kissed under? What if we kissed under the Southern Pacific smoke evacuator?
What if we kissed in front of the snowplow? What if we plowed? Wait, never mind.
What?
What
if we plowed like the snowplow?
Anyway, we're way over time in this section. We need to do locomotive verses. I just looked over at the time.
That was not locomotive verses. I have no idea what that was.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and East, it is time for.
God, you're worse than me.
Oh my god, this is why I need a Weibold soundboard.
Anyway, like record locomotive verses.
Speaking of trading cards, in the one corner we have one of the upcoming special edition cards for Ace, which is Southern Pacific 4488, a GS8. No, I didn't know they went that high. And in the other corner, we have,
Pictures.
pay attention, a T-1 in honor of 2102 getting restored. Mango Gobbles. So I'm going to be representing the T-1 unless somebody else wants to do it.
Can we get pictures, please?
Yeah, I'll get you some pictures.
He's gonna
Well,
send you a
I mean,
picture
it's
of his
kind of hard to get pictures of 4488.
Yeah, as
Kinda hard.
established, it's really... It is difficult.
Wait, what's wrong with 4488?
There just weren't very many pictures taken of it, and it
It's
ran...
just kind of cursed. Oh,
If-
I found one of... That's too small. That's too small. These are all too small. God.
Ace,
Wait,
go
can't
into
you
our
find
DMs.
them?
Go into our DMs and go find a picture, please.
Oh,
Oh,
that
me?
might be it.
Yeah,
No, just look it up by the cotton belt number, because I found a couple of pictures like that.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. But
Oh, let me get the good one from postcard that's in color and stuff that we don't have permission to use.
yet, I mean, we could if I forked over the $40 for it, which I will
Soon,
do at
TM.
some point soon.
Wait, the $40
Yeah.
for the Vanishing Vistas card?
Oh no, not for the Vanishing Vistas. I thought you meant the other one.
Oh, that. By the way, that postcard was sold, so I can't see the image.
Oh,
of the
no.
color.
Dame.
Well, here's the Reading. Here we see the Reading.
The cringe.
That's right. I am representing the Reading. Why did I do that? This is a
I would have
mistake.
taken. You
God,
should
there
make it
really
lose on
isn't. There
purpose,
really
Alice.
is not a
I
lot
should
of
make
good
it lose on purpose.
This is the best image I could
Are you
find.
kidding
It's
me?
real
The robot.
small.
I could get the cotton belt one. That one
Not
is
as
too
small.
small, isn't it, Dean?
Where the hell is
Yeah.
the one from
That's
the
a
one
nice
that I
image.
used for the sample? It's around.
That's the biggest one I could find.
The one from Pennsylvania?
Yes.
I got you.
It'll say like property of museum over the front
Yeah.
of it. That's not a big deal.
Here.
There it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a pretty nice image right there.
I was gonna order meals from
Those are
the
the
robot.
Same,
and
those are the same engine, by the way.
It is a cool
It's just train
engine.
boards.
Anyway,
Julius, what were you ordering?
food from their little delivery robots, but they're busy and they can't.
they're busy
Damn.
taking over.
I'm gonna take over the road.
Don't trust them. Hi, Venkman. Anyway, so who do you guys think should go first?
East.
Yes, I think
East?
I should go first. Okay,
Ace.
guys.
Ace.
No,
Ace goes
no,
first.
I'm going first. Everyone, okay, local base ID.
Local base ID. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll say that two people agreed that East gets to choose. I guess one of those two people being East. I don't know. I guess that works.
There goes his judge's choice.
I feel like local base ID is a pretty fair one to start with because there's no way you can visibly tell.
Yeah,
You
that
can
is
visibly tell one's higher than another.
okay. So
Well, okay.
Whoever
275.
wins.
Yeah, if I used the first class, I would have won. But I have 8,479.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll be
Christ.
honest. I remember that. I remember when I looked at when I was making the card, going, "That's not a small number."
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're just gonna have to try to separate the men from the boys right away. What is your tractive effort?
Attractive effort. Let's take a look.
I shouldn't have opened with a gamble. That was dumb.
61,564.
Never mind. I
Right.
should have opened with a gamble. I'm glad I did. 67,984. Oh boy. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is where the fun begins. Actually, you know what? I have a Wooten, so let's do this. Robert Livingston's power computation.
No, boo,
Da, da,
cringe.
da.
Ooh.
Uh,
Do.
all three of these classes have the same computation for that. 22,075.
22,656. That was much closer than I had expected. And now I am frightened. So I will not continue doing power computations for the moment. Let's let me think about this for a minute. Tender water capacity.
Okay. 15,000 gallons.
19,000 gallons. Yay. Alright, I'm supposed to be making this thing lose. What am I doing? This one I actually know I can win. Number built.
Yeah, I've only got 5.
Okay, and also number in class.
Would also be 5.
Okay, cool. I'll take those points.
What did you say?
6-0. I have 30 of each.
Yeah, but did you say you're a stat?
It was number built and number in class. 30 of each.
Yeah, but
He didn't say the 30. He just kind of went number built, okay, and number in class.
Yeah, I'm speeding things up. We're blazing through this. It's gonna be fine. Year built.
You gotta make the Reading lose.
1937.
Good luck with that. 1945. So 7-0. I don't. I'm still afraid. Let's do tubes.
Tubes?
Yeah.
I have 52 2.25 inch.
Yes! 291 2-inch. So,
that's impressive.
You know what else is 2 inches? A.
Okay.
start crying now.
Okay, yeah, sure. Firebox area.
Alyssa was like offended by that.
469 square.
What?
Nice.
I demand a recount. 465 square feet.
Yep, 469 square feet for Firebox
Nice.
area.
God damn it! Why is that the thing that I lose? It's supposed to have a Wooten. What happened?
Oil. I guess.
I'm gonna
He's
go
gonna
write
stop
mean.
the count. Stop the count, everyone.
I'm gonna go write mean things to Matt. Actually, you know what? Hold
Yeah,
on. Where's my DMs with Matt? Or no, I'll do it.
Let me DM.
I'll just DM Matt.
No, here, I got it.
No, I was gonna ping him somewhere. I just wrote, "How could you?"
How could you?
T1 suck. And he's gonna write what happened, and I'm gonna write back, "I blame you for my poor decisions." Anyway, so carry on. You have a point. It's 1-7 or 1-8.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Factor of adhesion.
You've activated my trap card. 4.09.
4.03.
Oh crap! I forgot it was good. Oh no, he's hot.
Driver diameter.
Driver diameter is 70 inches.
That's also. I also have 70.
Yay!
We're this close to greatness to both of you.
Why is that so? That. Cylinders.
26 by 30.
27 by 32. Damn, that's a lot of cylinders I've got there. 9-2. Let's do. Oh boy. What am I gonna do? I need to look at these two engines closely.
Me? What?
No. Sorry, but no thank you.
Damn it. That's each job. What?
What?
Okay.
Huh?
I am. What? I'm
Wrong.
confused.
I didn't even hear what the predecessing comment was. All I heard was, that's East job, and I am confused and not aroused.
Hey, back to locomotive
we're
versus
gonna do
everybody.
evaporative heating surface.
That's Achilles' job.
Heating surf. 4,728.
Yes, 4,920. I have such a commanding lead, but I know that I can get dunked on in a second. I think. I feel like I can.
You can.
I want you to.
I am on edge.
You're edging him.
I am.
He's
Kinky.
being edged.
Alice, your thing says 1.
What?
Your score
No, it
says
says
1.
10.
Does it?
There's a 0 hiding somewhere, I swear.
Okay.
Just like there's no dashes in standard lands, there's no zeros in Ellis' stat count.
Yeah,
there is also no war in Bossing Say.
Power L1.
39,177.
That was a mistake that I have made. 23,988. That's a lot of damage.
I wouldn't have played that.
What did I do to get myself into this predicament?
You chose the Reading, that's why.
Yeah, you're right.
Overall wheelbase.
Just thought of Mike Bednar.
Overall wheelbase. I don't have it. So try something else.
Oh, no.
I don't know why I don't have
he should
that.
get the point for that. He should get the
I don't
point
lose
for
a
that.
point for that. Hold on, let me do a quick Google. I'm sure I can find it. Reading T1. Length. 110 feet 6 inches.
Oh, wait, hang on.
What are you?
Yeah, 87.58.
What? How are you? What? This is...
The wheelbase. Engine and tender, right?
Yeah. No.
He has a very small tender, though.
I call BS on this. I'm not...
You have long tender.
I reject this point.
Well, it also... Because the SP tender looks significantly longer than the cotton belt tender does. So...
Anyway,
depending on which image you use and which static call or which time period the engine is for.
It's probably using cotton belt stats.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah. It's probably a smaller. I need to make a note of that on the stat card then. Anyway, I digress. Carry on, Ace.
Engine weight.
Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Engine weight. If I lose this, I'm probably going down. 441 300.
You're definitely going down.
125,500.
Okay.
I knew it.
All right. I will prepare my.
Sorry. Hang on. You said. Hang on. Just double checking. Yeah. Okay.
I will prepare my Sudoku.
Total engine and tender weight.
809,000.
737,500.
I guess the density of oil could not save me.
Weight of rail. Minimum weight of rail.
Oh god, it's a lot. It's high.
Bad.
It's very high. 116 pounds.
103.
Ooh.
Not great, but better than Ellis.
I mean, that's pretty good for a Northern.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
It's not Jimmy. 14.
Weight on drivers.
Less than yours, I would imagine. Weight on drivers, 278,200.
Oh boy, 248,000.
God damn it. Okay. 8 to 10.
Wait, didn't you have more weight on drivers than that?
Yeah, less is better.
I wasn't aware. Engine wheelbase, or do you not have that?
I do have engine wheelbase. I don't know why the only one I didn't have was overall. Engine wheelbase is 45.83 feet.
45 exactly.
Oh, what?
By that much.
Yep. Let's do ratio of driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase.
Actually, let's not.
I don't know if we would do that.
0.42.
Oh, that's same then.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Oh god, it's 10 to 9 right now in my favor. What the hell am I gonna do to get out of this?
Factor of adhesion? Have you called that?
No,
I
lost.
You did.
Oh god.
Which is why you should call it again.
Can't call it again.
Let's do. Oh god. Combined heating surface.
Combined heating surface. 6,600.
No. 6,134. Damn it. Well, we have 20 points. You can go to style points now if you want to.
Okay.
You could call any more weight stats that would be advantageous towards you.
Nope. It would not help.
Call them.
I think I
call
called
them.
I think I
Call
called
them.
most of the.
Oh, what fell? Oh.
I I guess we could do tender loaded weight.
Tender loaded weight. Oh, man, I wonder who's going to win this one. 367,700 pounds.
312,000.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thinking of call him that, but maybe I should just go on to style.
Okay, well, judge's choice comes up first. Who has a suggestion? What do you want to hear? Builder. Oh, that's right.
Builder's good.
Here we see the Redding.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're both home built.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
All right, perfect. Moving on.
I do have a Baldwin boiler.
Yeah, well.
I feel like that's enough to be classified.
We asked Valve here.
Yeah, but I don't know what. I don't know where.
Quickly, let's ask Tyler who's better, the SP shops or the Reading shop. I'm sure he'll give a totally non-biased opinion at all.
Well, it's also Cotton Belt, not SP. But
well,
still,
it is.
Still, he would 100% say Southern Pacific.
Which means that SP should get the point for being home.
No, he's not here right now.
You both have the same value, so I wouldn't play that.
Yeah. I was thinking of saying superheating surface, but maybe somebody wants to call Power MT as judge's choice.
What is your guys' white notation?
Bruh.
Yeah. That's not a stat.
Yes, it is.
Did y'all do boiler pressure already, or no?
No, we didn't do boiler pressure.
Boiler pressure.
240.
Oh my god, we're not even in the house.
Oh, hang on. Let me. I lost it. I had it here.
I found it. It's 250.
Mine is his best car.
Yeah, 250 PSI.
Well, thanks. Thanks, whoever did that.
You're welcome.
Who hasn't called a thing?
Have we done? We've done factor of adhesion, right?
Yeah.
We did.
Yes.
I don't think there's any. Let me go to a stat.
You wanted power. You wanted power MT.
No,
I was curious.
No.
Power MT. I'll ask power MT.
No.
Or wait, did we do? No, we did power
No, we
L1.
didn't. Go MT. Go.
Yeah.
Power
We
MT.
did L1, but you haven't done
760.38.
Wow, 1,390.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that. I wasn't prepared for that. I don't appreciate that at all.
What is your guys' evaporated heating surface divided by cylinder
volume?
volume?
The judge's choice.
Although that would have been an interesting stat to know.
I would have
also,
lost.
You already had yours.
I would have lost.
I called one that tied, so it doesn't count.
All right.
No, it counts.
Do we get judges? We have style points now.
Yeah, style points time. I have many survivors.
Yeah, that's something I cannot
I have
claim.
4 survivors. I am actually, as of like yesterday, have a restored version that's operating.
Okay, but I think that only counts as one.
I do have a survivor.
You do?
Yeah, 819.
That's of this 5?
Not of that 5, but it's of this
Doesn't
20.
count.
It's of the same type of locomotive. It's just a subclass. It's a different subclass,
Either
but
way,
it's the
I
same.
have more.
Yeah, he has more survivors anyway.
Okay, but I think survivors and running should only count as 1 style point, not 2.
You really
Well,
think
no,
that?
you
really
can have
think that?
survivors and not be running.
819 ran, but
819 did have an excursion career, but it's not this subclass. They're very similar. And I mean, it's up to the 3 of
819 is heavy.
I think we should count it.
you. Think
I'm gonna look at the stat card for.
They're both
the engine.
L1s, but they're just 2 separate subclasses. But
Yeah.
I think they should be counted.
Well, if 2 of you can agree to count it, then it counts.
I'm looking.
East,
at the
will you
stat
agree to
cards
count
for
it
a
for the
second.
glory of SP?
Well, I'm looking at the different, which is 819.
No, SP did this thing so dirty. You can't be backing SP for 4488. They demanded it. It showed up 3 years later. They repainted
They
it.
didn't know. They didn't even
Ran it
demand
once.
It just showed up.
They
They didn't even demand it. It showed up unwarranted.
No, they showed up unwarranted. Yeah, it just stumbled in
Listen.
by accident.
It did.
Look what the
Yeah,
wind
the
brought
wind,
in.
once and then
from
scrapped
Texas
it.
and New Orleans. From Texas and New Orleans. It was a Texas and New Orleans engine before it was at SP.
Yeah, and what? So it just rolled up like, oh, I'm a Texas and New Orleans, and they were like, not anymore. They just like,
Yeah, pretty
they
much.
took it into the pay and spray, and yeah,
Okay.
they ran it once and then scrapped it.
The
Yeah.
stats are nearly identical, so I'm gonna go with Achilles on this one.
Okay, so we can count that as a survivor and operating, or an excursion career, which that is negligible because I too have had an excursion career. But you do get a point for having a survivor, I guess. Well,
Thanks, East.
You're welcome,
well, I have
Achilles.
more survivors. So
Yes.
Power reverse.
I mean, that was a lot of debate for no result.
Yeah.
I think you both have power reverse.
Well, no, it was a positive net gain for the SP because you don't get a point,
No, I do
Why
get
does
a
he
point
not
because I
get a
have
point?
4 survivors and he has 1.
but
Right,
you don't
right.
get the excursion point.
I don't. You're right.
Yes.
I don't get an excursion career point, but I do get the excursion right nowing point.
Alright.
Ellis has better paint.
No, that's objective.
No, it doesn't.
That is
What do
objective.
you mean
That is
it don't?
completely
I've got
objective.
I've got cool
subjective.
golden handrails. He's got
Okay.
he's
I
got
have
white
stars.
face. That's racist.
How is that racist?
I mean, yeah, sure. I
Is it
guess.
racist?
He has
because
he
they're
has
white?
fancy things on his wheels. You don't.
Yeah.
He has
Oh,
little
that's
true.
fancy
Yeah.
stars on the wheels.
He also does
Stars.
have the little artsy design. You can't see it on this photo, but a really cool design on the cylinders.
See,
No, that's
look
a
at-
Ellis. That's a
look at this.
plate. That's a plate. That's a builder's
it
plate.
has
Shut up.
flags.
Shut up.
Cylinders.
No. Stop it.
Stop talking, Ace. It has look at that. It's does
That's
that the Texas
890.
They
flag?
both have
Yeah,
flags.
see, look, it's a plate there. You can see.
No,
right
stop talking, Ace.
He has the superior
Ace has white face, which is
kind of, which
which is insensitive.
objectively really
excuse
cool.
me.
okay. No, but Ace should get a point for this
For what?
having the railroad logo
No,
on
yeah,
the cylinders.
that I will admit is cool.
That's cool.
But I would counter that
It's
by
worth a
saying
point.
I've got the Reading diamond on the front, and I
Okay.
think that is-
but no,
But no, that does no.
No.
Every railroad had their logo on the front. That doesn't make them
that's
special.
not true. First of all,
Okay,
That's
Union
true.
Pacific would like
a cast.
Union Pacific would like to know your location.
Okay,
The
and
first one-
also the Pensy.
And
And
the
those are
NC,
like-
and the Central.
yeah. So this isn't special. What is your
No,
point?
not on the cylinder head.
Not on the cylinder
Oh
head.
my God.
yeah, but it's not on the
Really?
front.
But it's on the cylinder head.
Cylinder
which is
head, so
unique
that
to
makes
this
it special.
locomotive.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
Is
That's
that
the point.
even the
That's the
cylinder?
point.
That's not
We're
the
agreeing
cylinder.
that's
That's
the
like
point.
the side of it.
We're agreeing
I'm
that.
adding.
Okay,
I'm
Yeah,
making that a point.
I already
also
added
has,
it because you two are in agreement. But
810 has a stat cap.
I do. Have
That
a
cap is
stack.
good.
Or at least 813 does, yeah.
yeah, you do get a point for a stat cap.
They
Do I
also have
get-
train
do I get
boards.
a point from? Yeah. Do
Yeah,
I get
train
a point
boards.
for my? And then for my smoke light.
You do
You
have a
have
smoke
one?
light.
He does have a smoke light, yes.
because SP
Did,
light.
did 813 have a
Ace-
air horn too?
It has an air ringer at least for the
It
bell.
does.
Both have air
Air
ringers.
It doesn't
Does-
have. It doesn't
An
Ace-
air
have.
horn.
Ace has electric classification lights. Ellis doesn't. Just has flags.
Oh,
Electricity.
That's a point.
I'm sure Reading T1s had electric classification lights that are not in this picture.
Well, then find
Find them.
picture to improve.
Reading
Ribbon, bro.
T-1. Let's see. Okay.
If
This
Reading, if
picture of
the
it
Reading never
back
had
in the
like
day.
class lights, that's ridiculous.
I'm looking at pictures of
First.
it back in the day, and it does not have class lights.
No. But the Broadway Limited model doesn't have class lights, so therefore Broadway Limited is correct.
That's
Okay, I have a head-end throttle. Although I
That's
think
good.
I think you do too. Yeah.
Bro, back
Well,
at the
okay,
T1s in
fine.
the Reading area
I-
don't even have flag holders.
I have something he doesn't have. I have the railroad logo mounted on the front of my locomotive.
Okay, but that's not
That's
special.
not special.
That's
but it,
not
but it
special.
is special. But it is special
No, it's not.
compared to this locomotive. It is something that I have that he does not have. He has class
Right,
yeah,
lights.
but
that
then
doesn't
Those
matter.
aren't special, but he has them and I don't.
Oh,
No, no.
That's fair.
Having your
That's
logo
fair.
on. Here's
I think
here
that- I think
actually.
that's fair.
You know what, Ellis? I'm about to debunk your entire world.
You're gonna debunk him.
Debussy.
Oh wow,
No,
they didn't put the Reading diamond on it when it said a different when it was doing Blue Mountain and Reading stuff. Wow, when it wasn't a Reading locomotive, it didn't have the Reading diamond on it. What a staggering thing to have happen. Did you know that this locomotive didn't have the cotton belt thing on it when it wasn't cotton belt?
Yeah.
Here, there you go.
Hey, I have a style point that I can tell you definitely don't have. I have polling pockets.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't have those, but I'm really glad like the Reading wasn't trying to kill some people for once.
Well, I mean, they still were.
They still did though.
They still
did though.
I know something else he probably doesn't have. Do you have all roller bearings?
It looks like I do.
Point.
I think I do.
You just after you, so probably.
No, your trailing chart doesn't.
Yeah, all of your
axles,
all of my axles have.
I look like I have. It looks like I have trailing. Votes on my trailing truck.
Those look like plain. No.
Yeah, no. I have roller bearings everywhere.
All right, 1945 engine. Okay.
It would be weird if I didn't.
I think we should take a point away from his class because one of them got painted in chassis scheme, and that's just hideous. I think he should lose a point for that.
First of all, no. Second of all,
I think he should. I think he should lose a point because of this line.
Because of the Conrail.
Because of the Conrail model.
Do I get a point for my rearward visibility?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's actually on your trading card.
We can call it for votes now.
Speaking of which, I was in the American Freedom Train.
Yes, that's a good one.
Number 1 on the American Freedom Train, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
I pulled exactly one train for SP.
That's not.
Yeah. And you died afterward.
Exactly.
You died right afterwards.
Yeah, but that makes him unique. That makes him unique because if we're going off the precedent of stuff he has and you don't, that makes him unique because you didn't die after your first run.
How is that a good thing?
That makes him unique.
Listen.
So he should get a point for that.
No.
Oh, Jillies.
East, are you in agreement?
I agree with that.
Okay, then it goes.
No.
So Jillies, if I do my job once and then die afterwards,
okay, but it doesn't matter.
Make me a good employee?
No, if you compare so it doesn't matter what you think. And that makes you unique.
That makes no sense.
This engine had a 19-year career. It just happened to only pull one train for Southern Pacific.
Yeah, what other engine can you name that has had a 19-year-long career and has pulled one train?
Yeah, there you go. That's a point. I agree.
It pulled more than one train in the course of 19 years.
But not for the one we're looking at.
Dumb.
You know what? Here's I'll do you one better. If pulling only one train for the Southern Pacific is noteworthy, I've pulled 0. That's even better.
No, because that means you were useless. You didn't go one.
Listen, here's the thing. I was never rejected. I was never rejected by the Southern Pacific.
East, are we in agreement that should not be a point?
Yeah, that shouldn't be.
Okay, then it doesn't go.
God, this is so dumb.
East and I are freaking locomotive.
Welcome to the fourth
model. But no, wait. So does Ace. My bad.
No, we both have.
Ace has a trains model.
We both have trains.
Ace was made by Jointed Rail.
I did buy. Yeah, mine is.
Yeah, Ace should get a style point for being made by Jointed Rail. All in agreement, say aye.
Aye.
It goes.
There we go. It goes.
By K&L.
Doesn't matter. East and I agreed it should be a point because it gets made by Jointed. No. East and I agree. Are you trying to upset the votes, Ellis?
Yeah, I'm the host of this podcast. What I say goes. I grant you. Grant you the power.
Okay.
But when you are being corrupt, then I can remove that power.
God.
Okay. The SP engine.
I think he's just mad that he's losing.
Model was made in Japan.
I mean, I'm not mad that I'm losing. I'm kind of glad that it is. But I just don't like corruption. Like, come on, guys.
East, are we in agreement that should be a point? Are we in agreement that should be a point?
Oh, geez, are we in agreement that Ellis shouldn't take away our power?
Who has the most stand?
I think that's kind of a wash.
Ellis has more sand.
I don't think so.
He definitely has more sand. No, it looks like you do. Your sand dome looks a lot bigger.
But I think it's a wash. I also have a trailing truck booster.
Do I?
That's a good one.
I wonder. I don't think
I don't.
do.
No, you don't. I'm pretty sure. I didn't uncover one while I was doing research on you.
That'd be great. That'd be great if that's something we found out later.
Do
you have like a stat for it?
Had a... Okay, an actual style point for the T1 is a horseman character.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
but
a
I
good
don't think it's gonna make a difference because I don't think you're gonna get 6 points out of thin
No,
air.
I'm not gonna get 6 points out of thin air, but it is.
We in agreement? You said Ol should lose 6 points. No,
being reasonable. Being reasonable again, I do think the Redding diamond on the front is style point worthy.
I would give that to him.
Yeah. And
fair. He can have it.
Man, are we missing anything else? Was there anything else? Because both of these are fairly modern engines. They have a lot of fixings. I'm pretty sure we both have mechanical lubricators, thermic siphons.
Yep.
Feed water heaters.
Yes.
Train line steam. Like, there's not a lot that that we have technologically over the other. I'm gonna have to go yell at Matt and Chris, now that he's back, about the marker lights thing, because Redding, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
But otherwise,
hey guys, did you know there's a trust to rebuild a T1?
Wrong T1. There is no dash in Standard Land. There's a dash.
Yeah, I
in
know,
one.
but that should be a style point for the ESP engine.
What?
Jillies, are you in agreement?
All right, no, we're done.
Yeah,
here.
I'm in agreement.
We're done here.
I think, yeah.
This is what happens. This is what happens when Agilius moves to Arizona and like is in the area around Tyler, and he's just like, oh, I can rig votes now.
Are we in agreement that SP 4488 should receive 200 points?
We are in agreement for that. I agree with that.
88 win. Well, I won, but it's good to know. It's probably not as powerful as other Northerns, but it is very light and very efficient for its size.
Yeah, it is actually very powerful for its size. That, I think, is the most noteworthy thing here. Or either that or the T1 is very inefficient for its size, which, 6 and 1 half dozen
it has
the other.
a wound and got embarrassed.
Yeah, we need to put 4488 up against something that we know is good.
4488 versus 4449, who would win?
That would actually be kind of interesting. It's a shame we don't have any room right now. I should just remove this one and this one.
Yeah.
I should remove the Rio Grande ones. Why?
What if we just make...
Because you'll just lose.
No, because they're either never going to get done or I'm going to lose.
No, because Y-Ball is going to come out of nowhere and just be like, okay, so I have 30,000 style points.
Here's 37 style points. Yeah, and he's going to get Tyler in as one of the judges. And Heist is going to be the guest on the podcast or something, and they're just going to be like, yes, Rio Grande.
Hey, if you guys are intrigued,
we never did votes.
Well, I don't think votes are needed.
They are. We do them at the end of every versus. I do want to hear it. What are your votes, guys? Is it just 2 for SP and then Dean giving the pity point to the T1?
Yeah.
I do think for their faults, they do look kind of brutish, but there is something a little bit charming about the look of a T-1.
Incorrect.
Heresy.
Literally horrible.
Very fat and
they're
the
worst Northern in the United States of America.
And I hope that 21 or whatever.
It should be strapped with 11.
But
no, that hurts people.
No,
we don't want
nobody dies.
Me, please, me.
Yeah, Tyler, when are we getting the T1 in RO so we can have boiler explosions?
Yeah.
When are we getting boiler explosions in Railroads Online?
Why are
and then
you
when you die, you can never play again.
Roundhouse logo in my podcast channel.
Special guest Nick Ozerat. Give it a round of applause.
I'll fight to the death.
I would like to say if you liked the performance of the 44.
If we're going to be talking about other podcasts, let's shout out the Departure Podcast, everyone.
No, let's not. Oh, wait, Departure Podcast? Yeah, sure, if you guys actually do it. And Ace was saying that, yes, you will be able to get 4488 cards from him soon, TM.
Yeah.
We should get a Nick Ozerak on to Just once.
Good luck getting him to come visit us, foamers. And again, he's my
Remember,
nemesis.
guys.
We can't do that.
Remember, guys,
listen,
the
he is-
P
hear me
shop
out.
at time of recording
We get him
is
on.
5
and-
days away.
Listen, we get him on, and in turn, you go on the roundhouse. Capiche?
Yeah, right. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go, you took everything from me. And he's going to say, I don't know who you
I
are.
don't even know.
We've been around longer.
At the crossing, by the way, unless we're on a new camera.
No, we got
There's
another
a
train.
train. Oh my god. Oh, it's actually just a single EMD. That's based.
Really bright lights, too. Jesus.
Well, yeah, the LEDs.
Okay.
That's a very clean
Thanks,
engine.
Ellis.
Is that a
an
tier 4?
incredibly clean it. This is a
Yeah, that's an
model.
ace
That's
tier
a tier 4,
4.
right?
That's an
Yeah.
AC4.
It's shiny.
Oh
Oh,
my
goodness, dude.
god!
I can tell
not
'cause
the
it's
roundhouse.
Hey, Caltrain got new engines.
Yes.
I did. They
Well,
did.
Just now going down.
Um,
If this was Brightline, 50,000 people would be dead here in
Jesus
Alcatraz town.
Christ.
Rude.
Well,
Don't
I
worry,
mean,
we'll
it's
get
not
to
even-
that.
I mean, it's not even really new engines. It's like it's a new train set.
Yeah, it's a new train set, and I was fortunate enough to see that thing heading east out of Salt Lake City because those things were built in Salt Lake City.
Hey,
Empties
I-
east,
we've-
empties west.
We've been in that plant. In fact, shout out to the other Ellis,
Ellis,
who gave us
baby.
a tour. Yeah, my man.
I sure hope. Here's that set as it's flying out of Salt Lake City. It's uploading the video right now. Hold on. So this is the.
The
For those who aren't watching the video, just look at it for a second. Just look at it for a second. Anyway,
This is my creation.
I have no way to show this video to the audience, which is a shame, but that is a really cool video, Achilles. Oh man.
Can you just pull it up and change the view to Discord?
No, I can't do that. It's
Why not?
impossible. Doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it does.
No,
Yeah,
it would
but,
ruin the feng shui on my desktop. Oh
no,
crap!
what'd you do?
Yeah, no, I can't do it. I tried. It did unfortunate things. But yeah. So what are these the electrics? Am I dumb? Are these the electrics? Okay.
Because we're
'Cause-
getting
That's
38.8 million from the
$1 trillion.
FTA to electrify everything, and that's going to be really neat because Caltrain is already incredibly fast. This is just going to make services a bit faster,
Notably,
and more
Caltrain.
efficient. Like we
Put
are
up the damn
notable
wires.
because we have a train that is called the Baby Bolt because it is fast.
Babies aren't known for being fast.
That's fair. That's very true. This is false advertising.
I'm gonna sue Caltrain and
yeah,
take
and
all of
I-
their electrics
and,
and electrify the mainline
This is false
gobbles.
advertising, and as 4488 ran its single SP service on this line.
It did run on this line.
Oh, really?
Oh, damn
I
it.
thought-
Should be another style
Ellis.
point for 4488.
I was gonna say I vote to dock 15 points from Gryffindor.
Ellis,
I
had
think
we
me
done
and
this
Achilles-
literally next weekend, it would have fallen on the weekend of April 1st. And you know about the thing you said that one time on April 1st.
I don't remember.
Care to
Quote,
enlighten us,
and I
Achilles?
quote, if we do a podcast on April 1st, we will do a diesel locomotive versus
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
earliest train on Amtrak as opposed to
Early-
latest train
yeah,
on
there you
Amtrak.
go. Yeah, no, that would be fun.
What if we just do a normal early?
No,
Like,
no,
what if we just do earliest train on Amtrak today? Because like,
That's a lot more of a gamble.
Yeah,
no,
that's-
yeah, but that
that's-
would be like,
It's so hard. You'd have to find it. Like the latest train on Amtrak is easy to find because it's like, okay, which of these 5 black trains are it? Otherwise,
you're
it's like
racist. You can't say
clicking
that.
all of the
green buttons to figure out which one
the
is
SP isn't racist with white face Steven is what Amtrak is.
Actually, I think 4488 should get an extra point because it's racist.
No.
it gets a point docked.
No, apparently not.
Because there's his logo on it racist?
A
No.
war of
But mine is.
Californian aggression.
I feel bad. I feel bad that now that this is now going to become the legacy of this engine.
Oh man, yeah, blatant corruption.
Yeah, blatant corruption and racism. I mean, nothing is
Well,
more fitting.
you could have
Nothing
an
is-
American engine if you tried.
Nothing is more fitting than the most generic-looking steam engine.
Yeah,
in
nothing.
American history.
Ran
You literally just named like every American politician ever.
ran the freedom train. No, literally corruption. Yeah, let's do that. That's American. Casual racism and corruption.
I mean, it is pretty American.
Yeah, I mean, corruption's everywhere, but the casual racism, that's a pretty American thing.
Yeah. Jesus.
China.
Anyway, yeah. So Caltrain.
So we went. This one time we went too fast and we hit a track crew.
Ouch.
What?
Oops,
Yeah,
we went too far.
I mean, I gotta be honest, I don't know too much about this. It made good news because it was big and fiery, because we hit a truck,
Yeah,
a maintenance truck.
you could say
Yeah.
it was not good news, but it made good news. Anyway,
I mean-
Does
That's the point.
it get like a point off at the end of the podcast?
How do I have 2 points?
one for blatant corruption and the other one for conspiring with East to cut off Dean repeatedly.
Oh no, there's an autoplay video. I don't want to get Brightline murdering people yet.
Anyway,
But-
that's how.
But yeah, we have. I to be honest, I haven't heard much about the investigation, and like I've looked at stuff, and there hasn't been any. I can't find anything, at least that anybody's released about this accident.
Hair Jillies.
But it was a crew putting up the wires. Pog.
Aw.
Pog. Hair Jillies. Can we give Ellis a point? Are we in agreement in
No,
that?
that's not
Yeah.
a thing that you can do.
I agree.
That's not,
Give
that's
him
not a
point.
thing that you can do.
I think
not
we
gonna
should
have
give
any
Ellis a
results.
point.
I'm not allowing a coup on this podcast. Thank you.
Welcome everyone.
We need to
to
permission to
Podcast.
do Alice.
Welcome to the Departure Podcast.
Okay,
everyone.
all right. So this is going to be a first in the Terminus podcast. The first time half of the podcast gets sent to Gulag in the middle. Anyway, do you want to talk about Brightline East? Can we
What
take your
about
mind off things? So you can talk about Brightline.
That's a
Welcome to
good
this
one,
episode of the Diesel
Gather
House
yourself.
Podcast.
My God. We're gonna
Um,
be here all night.
Oh man.
okay, so Brightline is expanding the slaughter machine into Tampa.
Jesus Christ! They're going after Tom Brady.
No, they're gonna bring him straight to Miami.
It's gonna be
Oh,
great.
no.
'Cause now that Ellis has said that, like that quote is going to age horribly.
No,
No, please
it's
no.
gonna be like that one time he walked into the wrong house.
Or got arrested in a park at like the beginning of COVID. I love the fact that Tom Brady moved to Florida and within like a week he was a quintessential Florida man. It's the life cycle of a New Englander. I know he wasn't born in New England, but still.
He played enough up there to be, and has enough fame up there to be called an honorary New Englander. Then he came to Florida, he retired and did a classic move, unretired.
But Brightline.
So, yeah, Brightline is also unretiring. Not for murder, but from not building.
No, they're still doing that. They never retired from that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, during COVID, they retired from it, you
The
know?
Bright Line Mafia.
Yeah. So Brightline
Because
is
they do hits.
All right, you're getting a
and
point
the
for that.
FDOT have completed negotiations.
Yeah, Brightline's a smash hit, guys.
We keep on topic.
Yeah, okay.
No.
We can go.
They made bicycles. They made bicycles, like very yellow bicycles, so that people can see you.
So
and then
as
hit
I
you.
was, yeah, so the Brightline bicycles actually give you immunity from being hit. They give Florida people brain cells.
Yeah, don't test it.
That's not possible.
No, so back to what I was saying. The Tampa Bay Business Journal. So the Brightline and FDOT complete negotiations for the I-4 access route to Tampa. Going from the I-4 corridor is a corridor going from Orlando to Tampa, and Orlando westward or eastward, the Space Coast. And Brightline plans to hit speeds of up to 150 miles an hour through this corridor, meaning they will become actually high-speed rail by the definition of most people's high-speed rail, which is above 125 miles an hour.
God damn, the freaking Florida man is not going to see it coming.
Which means Brightline may actually go faster than the Acela because, designated right-of-way, don't have to worry about NS derailing trains or MBTA being MBTA.
Listen, we don't usually catch on fire on the main line. It's usually like elsewhere.
Well, I mean, neither do we. Usually it's just the vehicles we hit that catch fire.
Okay, that is on your main line though.
But yes, the next article is about Brightline wanting to go Zoom.
Yeah.
So instead of hitting people, they just evaporate them.
Jesus Christ. They've been turned into a sentient red mist. No.
Yeah.
And it is exciting to see Brightline just keeps going and going and going. And somebody said on Reddit, like, I'm tired of hearing about, stop posting about Brightline. Because
stop talking about Among Us.
Because it's making it seem like it's the only commuter project that's out there, or the only.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Brightline podcast.
Expansion out there, and like.
And the thing isn't that it doesn't stand alone, because it kind of does, but it lets a narrative be woven of like, well, see, only the private companies can do train good, and it's like, well,
when was the last time the government did something good and don't say Conrail?
I wish I actually. Do we want to touch on that for just a second? Because then we can
go back to Brightline.
Mr. Brightline.
We should probably get on past Brightline, unless there's something.
But I still have like 7 more articles to get.
There's a lot. I know. I love doing the Brightline conga, just to get all the articles out of the old articles. It's like, all right, here we go, and Brightline's been building, but.
So pricing will be comparable to flying. So I mean, probably around $100 to get from Miami to Orlando. Travel time is expected to take 4 hours, but that can be reduced. And driving can be anywhere from 2 hours to 6 hours, depending on. So if it's 2 hours of driving, that means you're going 3 times the speed limit, which most people already do.
Florida man.
You should see some of the people that pass on like the turnpike going north. It's like the cops like don't stop you unless you're going like 150. But like most people go 130 on the turnpike north and no one cares.
So just to answer the question of when is the last time that the government did something good, Amtrak is expanding to Burlington finally. Burlington, Vermont.
Woo.
After only 30 years of them trying to do that, they are finally finishing that effort, and they'll be running trains. I think it's the Ethan Allen that's getting expanded, not the Vermonter. But they do want to connect them. Yeah, because the Vermonter passes just outside of Burlington at a place called Essex Junction. And the Ethan Allen terminates in Rutland now, but they want to run that north through a town called Brandon, and Middlebury and Vergennes, and actually right past the Addison branch that we talked about last night, and up into Burlington. And if it went just a few more miles more, it could reach the Vermonter in Essex Junction. Now, I think this is going to involve a reverse move in Rutland, which is going to be, or they'll just have to reverse the train, but I think the train is already set up to run both ways. like it has a cabbage on the other end, because, well, there is a Y in Rutland, but I don't know how operations of the Ethan Allen work. It's one of those weird, like, quasi-long-distance trains that only runs once a day, but doesn't go very far either. But
I'm dumbfounded by this article I'm reading.
what article?
It's a Brightline article.
Okay, I guess I'll bite.
Okay, the FRA said it wants Brightline to be a closed corridor, which means they have no grade crossings. There's like, I don't know, probably a good 1,000+ grade crossings in South Florida alone.
Oh, I'm sure they want that, but you can't always get what you want.
It would be like, yeah, let's make I don't know. Let's make the. Honestly, I can't think of another line that has nearly as many grade crossings. There's an area where within like 1,000 feet, there's 4 grade crossings.
That's a lot.
Yeah. As well as crossing many highways and like 17-lane roads. And I honestly have no idea how they'd want to grade separate the entire thing.
Anyway.
Like.
Yeah, no,
crazy.
They can want that all they want, you know? And unfortunately, the folks in England can want a new coal mine, and I don't think they're going to get that either. However, we do have a video that I didn't get to watch through. I didn't realize it was a video. I thought it was just an article from the Talikhlin about what the crews think of the new e-coal. And I hope it's good. I haven't...
Is that like NFTs but for coal?
Yeah, exactly. It's every piece of coal takes 17 hours of Bitcoin mining on the...
Not for tank engines.
Yeah.
It also has E. coli.
It does, yeah.
Ooh, you should get a point for that.
Coughs and sneezels spread diseases.
I
Yeah,
deserve
probably. I'm pretty point happy today. Why do you guys have 3 points for trying to stage a coup?
Yeah. Apparently, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know where. I know I deserved 1 point for the Brightline Mafia making hits, but I don't know what my first point was.
I don't remember the first point either, but I'm sure I gave it to you for a reason. I really should just keep a notepad of why, because I feel like I answer I don't know to why do I have a point more often than I have an actual answer. But I never give them for no reason. I don't give them for fun. The Everett also tested Eco Coal, which we talked about. They tested it first. They did it before Britain did, even though Britain said we did it first. Does that sound familiar? Because that sounds familiar to me. But I guess they decided that that wasn't worth it because they have now converted Everett 11 to oil. It's getting harder and harder to find coal. It was converted to it was originally built to burn oil in Cuba, converted to run on coal, and now it's converted back to run on oil. So,
see, another point why oil is the best fuel.
That doesn't explain why that's the best fuel, but okay. The Everett is also receiving some cars from the Fillmore and Western. So, you know, honestly, everything should just run on French fry oil. There are enough McDonald's in this country to fuel an entire Class 1's worth of steam locomotives. 100%.
POV, you're the U.S. Sugar Company.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna quickly get my last 2 articles out of the way.
Okay.
So yeah, Brightline's launching bikes. They are neon yellow. That's a thing they're doing. And the other article is pointing at California and laughing.
Oh, is it just talking about California high-speed rail?
Yeah, it's like,
of course it
hey,
is.
California high-speed rail, look at how Brightline is successful. And then, like, in quotations, it's like successful.
Yeah, look at how it's successful. Bam! Oh, what was that? Oh, that was just another car. Don't worry, everything's fine.
Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
If you hit them fast enough, you'll just atomize the car.
Yeah, we could be successful by cutting corners. But not saying that California high-speed rail isn't cutting corners.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're going about as slow as any other government-funded project.
Yeah. It is, I've said this before, but it is truly a case study in how not to build high-speed rail. Which, we used to be able to compare it to Texas, but they are stuck in the throes of how to do it right, which is to acquire the land first, etc. And apparently, they're not a railroad yet, according to the court, or according to the people that took them to court. So they cannot use eminent domain to buy land to become a railroad. I don't know. We talked about this like a few episodes ago. It doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. But I really
things that don't even make any
everything's
goddamn
bigger in
sense.
Texas,
Okay.
except for the
All
idiots.
right,
They're bigger
I
in
had
Florida.
that, and you guys ruined it.
Well, that sounds like a scale issue and a client side issue. We love you, Gilly.
Speaking of things that don't make any fucking sense,
are you
Athearn Trains rebranded for absolutely no reason. They were like, we are Athearn, and so they like one morning they posted on their Facebook. They were like, it's a new day for Athearn, and it was like, oh my god, they're getting better. They're switching to ESU lock sound. And then they proceeded to say, actually, all we did was rebrand. We got fancy new lettering. We got rid of the RTR line. Now that's just the Athearn line. And then they proceeded to be like, they were like, Athpath, they will have like locomotives that have Tsunami 2 and like all these things that are like, yeah, you are already doing that, or yeah. They were like, we're setting the standard, except they aren't really setting the standard. They're just listed a bunch of things that have been the standard.
Stop me if you've heard this one before.
Pensy.
Yeah.
Just like the Pensy, that's 20 years too late.
Also, $100 for 3 limited edition HO box cars.
That's cringe.
But like, it doesn't make any sense. They were like, we rebranded, and then they were talking about how their packaging. If you watch the live stream, which I did, they talked about their packaging and how their new packaging is this revolutionary new thing, and it's like, not really. We don't care about what's packaging. Have you ever gotten a model train and be like, oh wow, look at this package? No, you've never said that. You've like, oh, let me see what's on the inside of this package.
I like that faint what. I hope that comes out on the stream.
It came out in Discord at least.
No. What do I have? What?
Oh no, no.
What?
What?
Hi, Goya.
Jellies was talking
You
about...
should give Ellis a point for that.
Yeah, I'll take a point for that. That's valid. What Jellies was talking about, how one of the major model makers is rebranding, but they're not actually getting any better. They're just making shiny new packaging. And he said, no one's ever said, gotten a new locomotive and said, wow, look at this package. And I said, my girlfriend has.
You know what? You're lucky you're cute.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
But
Sleep on the couch tonight, son.
Anyway, yeah, I know. I already was.
Okay, now that the simping has been stopped.
Yeah, but I tried to... Beckman was sitting on Gloria's rolly chair, and I tried to roll the chair closer to me, and he jumped off.
Oh,
I wanted to pet the cat during the podcast. I want to see if...
That's being distracted during the podcast. You should get a point for that.
All right. But... So they really aren't changing anything? What spurred this? Were they doing poorly financially?
They just had... nobody knows. They just said, we're doing it. And they raised prices on their Athearn line, which now comes with Tsunami 2 decoders, as opposed to regular Tsunami decoders.
Do I have one of the last Athearn ready-to-roll boxes?
Probably.
Like, I bought an OTR engine, like, a few weeks back.
And they announced all these new things, and as if they were like revolutionary, but like this was a really pointless rebrand. They didn't need to. They were just like rebrand, and everybody's like, okay, cool. Don't see the point. So nobody really knows why Athearn did it. They just kind of did.
Okay. You ever heard the story about the 3 envelopes?
No.
So a man gets hired. A man gets hired to be the CEO of a major company, and he has 3 envelopes left in his desk from the previous CEO, and they say open when you get into trouble. And the company hits a rough patch. There's bad QC on one of their products, and they have to do a major recall. And he opens the first envelope because they're getting in a bind, and it says, "Blame your predecessor." And he holds a press conference, he lays the blame at the feet of the previous CEO, and the market seems to take that well enough. Sales rebound, and things return to normal. A few years go by, and things have taken a dip again. The market has changed, and they just aren't competing anymore. So he opens the second envelope, and it says, "Reorganize." So he does. He shakes up the higher-level management staff, gets some new blood in, and what do you know? They manage to find a way out of their pickle. Some years go by, and things start to take a turn again, and he isn't really sure what to do at this point. So he goes to the last envelope, and it says, "Prepare 3 envelopes." And I'm wondering if someone just opened envelope 2 because they thought they were going through a rough patch, and they just decided, oh, well, I guess we're just going to reorganize. That'll shake up the market. That'll make people come and buy our stuff, right? Because now, what was it, the RTC line? RTR line? Was that like their advanced stuff?
No.
So it was Genesis. It was Genesis was their advanced line.
Okay. What happened to that?
That's still a thing. Genesis is still a thing.
I feel like Genesis has too big of a name in the industry to
Genesis
take
kind
that
of
away.
sucks now.
I mean, ever since
Genesis-
they made the same engines as they did 20 years ago and increased the price by $200, yeah.
Genesis kind of sucks. Like, to put it bluntly, they've had a ton of issues, and I'm not saying that's exclusive to Genesis. Scale Trains has had a ton of issues lately too. But
my SDL39 is depressed.
My
and
SDL39 has 13 issues, can't run over switches, and has bent walkways, but it's fine.
Oh.
It just needs to take some Viagra. No bitches? It just needs to invade a country with some WMDs.
So, how does the sort of tiers of Athearn go
Reorganization.
Yeah, because I don't know much about Athearn. I don't know much about models in general. I go out and I find things on eBay sometimes, or more often get said things on eBay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kavan.
Yeah. So, Achilles, can you enlighten me and possibly the rest of the audience? Like, what did they really do? What really changed? I know RTR is now just Athearn. Did they
Athearn,
have...
So RTR is just Athearn. So you have 2 lines. You have 2 name lines. You have Athearn Roundhouse, which is like you're ready to go, like those weird Kato packs you see that is like, or those, actually a better way to put it, you know those really old like Bachmann starter sets you see?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know exactly.
It's like that. It's just that, except it comes with Kato Unitrack instead of Bachmann Easy Track, which Kato Unitrack is objectively better.
I don't think you're going to convince anyone that Bachmann track is better. Kato has supremacy.
Kato always is better. But then Genesis is the same it is. It's the top of the line, primo, super nice, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, the mid-range shit, is just Athearn. So literally, all they did was change up their logos a little bit to make them more a little simplistic and postmodern, like every other gross logo, and then
like
get rid of RTR.
So they literally just got rid of RTR. That was the one thing they did, and they just renamed it.
They just renamed it Athearn, so it's indistinguishable from the non-box set stuff, like the mid-tier stuff. You mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think I understand what they're going for here, especially if they've lost market share with the issues with Genesis, which is that people are going to get the starter sets and then go, oh, they're going to see that it's not like a step up to get the mid-range stuff, I guess?
Maybe.
I don't know. I think some logic
I don't know,
here.
the
I mean, they don't
mid-range
do
stuff,
these things
the
because
Athearn
they feel
stuff,
like it.
The Genesis stuff went up in price by about $20, and the mid-range stuff went up in price by like 30, and the starter stuff changed by like 10.
That's what I love to hear, is model trains getting more expensive.
Yeah. Hey, that means whatever you've got, if you've got model trains, it's like it might as well be gold right now. It's just going up. Kevon's Q2s, they're getting ever closer to solving the national debt on their own.
Yeah, it's like the $1 trillion coin or this brass Q2.
Yeah. One of them will have value when society collapses, and it's not the coin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's made of silver, so it might...
Would you trade a Q2 for food? In a situation of death?
In a situation of death?
No, Kevon wouldn't. He would take the Q2 to
actually, Kevon would rather die than lose his Q2.
I would die for this Q2. 8,000 horsepower.
Run it on the main line. Gobbles.
Please, Q2 trust.
No.
But that's okay. That's it. I'm glad we've gotten to dive into that, because I saw that, and then I saw a lot of rumblings about that in the chats, and I was just like, all right, what does this mean though? And when you came on, I was like, oh, maybe he'll want to talk about Atherin. Maybe we'll have our one of our model experts on who can rant about Atherin.
Oh, you think I'm a model expert?
I mean, I
yes.
Yes.
I mean, no one else can tell the difference between an ES44AC and an ES44DC.
Well, I can't either. There's no distinguishable difference other than the number.
Exactly, but you have them all memorized, so like...
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Say yes.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. No,
yes,
I refuse to because... No, okay, fine,
what
sure
happened?
I do.
What changed between like 40 minutes ago when you could be blatantly corrupt? Why are you being honest now?
POV, you're a politician.
Because then it was funny then, and now it's not funny.
The people.
POV, you're accumulating a lot of points on the Terminus podcast.
I mean, what's he gonna do? Throw us in the gulag mid-podcast? Don't answer that.
Yeah.
Remember the last
time people number of that Santa Fe ST45-2 that got repainted?
I don't know.
Got repainted?
You're supposed to know this. This is a you thing.
Oh, it's 5704.
Okay.
Yeah, don't you have every diesel memorized ever? Oh, Julius, name every diesel.
Oh, you like trains?
Name every locomotive ever.
Anyway.
Okay, class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, class 6, class 7, class 69, class 8, class 9.
Okay. You missed the Class J, which you can get in Batch 1 of Steam Locomotive Trading Cards, Locomotive Versus.
Get fucked. You missed it. You guys missed it. You all suck.
Did we miss Jeevos on stacks on the Rochelle Rail cam?
I didn't hear anything.
I like how this is Rochelle when it was undoubtedly founded after New Rochelle.
Well, you know, they needed a place to put Old Rochelle.
I'm just saying. Do you think they built New Rochelle next to New York, and then they were like, "Crap, we just put
Dean."
New
Let's let Dean talk about his new electrics.
Dean, these are yours now. You bought them.
Dean buys the Milwaukee Pacific Extension and other stores.
So the New York Central. Okay, here we go.
Hurry, Dean, though, because I want to go see a cool train.
Anyway,
no, we should take extra long for you.
The New York Central electrics are being saved.
These are the very same New York Central electrics that are in the woods outside of Albany that we may or may not have visited twice before. They're out there.
You can't prove it.
Yeah, you can't prove that we were there, except with the pictures that we took. But don't worry,
Those pictures don't exist.
Yeah, we didn't take
circulation.
Just like Joseph Stalin, they no longer exist.
Oh crap! I just realized Danbury bought all of them. They didn't just buy the electrics; they bought all of them.
Oh,
yeah, but I think everything that isn't the electrics is being scrapped for parts.
Yes.
That sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, Dean, go on.
I
I stole your thunder.
such a Beacon Island, no longer actual island, but no
you're
longer
reading
an
the article.
actual.
You had all that time where you were saying
No
nothing.
longer an. I'm just no longer an actual island, but a land.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, let's all agree to skip Dean.
So it was an island at some point. Okay.
It was. There actually a lot of the islands, quote unquote, along the Hudson River are no longer islands. Green Island is one of them. There's the town of Green Island, which is just to the north of this, and it's also not an island anymore.
Please hurry so that I can go see a cool train that I think might have
with the
a cool train on
continental
it.
United States, which is the island of the North American continent.
Yeah. Okay, everybody let Dean talk.
So the Near Central 6000, which is actually like the prototype S1, that is actually being saved, which is freaking sweet.
S-1.
We don't have. No, there is no dash.
There is a dash. I'm looking at it. It's S, the historic class S-1. It's in the second paragraph of the article.
Really?
Oh crap! It says there's no dash up here. What are you doing to me,
Yeah.
General Electric? What are you doing to me? They screwed it up with the GG1s too. They put a dash in GG1 on the builder's plate that we got from General Electric. That was wrong. There's no dash in Standard Land, but I'll trust them on this one.
Alice is on some hardcore copium right now. There's no dash in Standard Land.
So, like, we don't have like any preserved New Central Electrics in good condition.
Yeah,
that would be my.
These two.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're in good condition.
I mean, now we might, after Danbury gets a hold of them and restores them. Also, there's more stuff. There's another there's more coaches in the back.
Are there?
Yeah, it looks like it. There are pictures on the second thing of whatever it is further down, I guess. I don't know. It looks like more D&H stuff past the baggage car.
I don't remember there. No, there might have been something back there.
How can you tell D&H were the gods of style?
Yeah, well, it's the blue and yellow of D&H, and wow, they have cleared out that area something fierce. They have been clearing like mad to get at these things so they can take them apart, truck them a couple miles away to the Port of Albany, put them back together, and then run them on rails down to Danbury, because there's no other way to get them there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The city center is too tight for trucks with these things in pieces to get into the museum. So they have to get reassembled at the Port of Albany and basically greased up and able to roll, and then they'll be hospital moved to the museum.
What I would imagine they would do is that they would put like the car bodies on platforms or on flat cars and stick the trucks on a separate flat car and just move them that way, because that makes the most sense to me. Now, how they would go about doing that is a story.
Okay, so it looks like the T motor will get trucked to Danbury because it can be disassembled into 3 pieces. That'll make it in. And the S motor is going to be moved on a depressed center flat car. It is... Yeah.
It's depressed center car, just like me.
But it is cool that these guys are getting saved, and they are on a pretty tight timeline because the Port of Albany is going to renovate, basically rebuild this area. $350 million project, which I think is primarily wind farm.
Based alternate sources of energy?
The energy it might be some sort of factory to build wind farm components. I'm not sure, but it's a $350 million project involving U.S.-Canadian Danish consortium, a Belgian steel construction company, and a Norwegian energy company, which holds wind farm leases on 2 areas off of Long Island. So I don't know exactly what they plan to do with this site, but needless to say, they need it cleared out. And these electrics have to go, or they're going to go out in small pieces. This is also like the first engine you get in the first electric engine you get in Railroad Tycoon 3.
I remember those.
Yeah. So there's the 6000, the T-motor T3A. I think it's the only T-motor that survives as well. An RS3, a U25B, and a couple
and a sorted rolling stock.
Yeah, a sorted rolling stock, including a D&H Centennial baggage car, which is a shame. That stuff is probably all going to get cut up because it's in really poor condition, and at the end of the day, it's just beatable passenger equipment. These electrics are practically unique.
As far as I know, like there isn't anything else of their class left around. Like if they go, they're gone. Like you can't rebuild them from scratch.
Yeah.
As much as you can try.
And
you can try, but
the P1 Trust, the T1 Trust is
the P2 Trust. That's a thing.
It's probably somewhere in Britain.
Yeah, it's a.
Oh.
I think that's the Cock of the North, isn't it? P2.
I think so.
Yes.
Why dripping? Why are you dripping guac all day? So they're planning on starting all this the spring and ending at the end of next year. So by the start of 2024, they should be in a safe home.
Hopefully.
Ideally. Ideally.
I would like to see that move. I'd like to get out there.
Sort of chase it down the highway or something. I don't know.
No. Yeah, I don't actually know how it would get to Danbury. I mean, with any luck, it would go via the Housatonic. That would be very cool. That would kill two birds with one stone for my rail fanning experience.
That would be a cool thing to film, though.
Absolutely. I mean, there's probably going to be 10,000 foamers out there, all New York Central people, so I can't associate with them. But, you know, yes, I have. Yes, I was doing copium. What do you ask? Anyway, those are our discussion topics. I did want to bring up a couple of other little things, but Ojil is wanting to go foam, I guess. I think he already left. He's been awfully quiet.
No, I'm still here.
No, are you sure? Are you sure? Because I think you left.
I think leaving the podcast is another point.
At that point, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it's okay because I forgot what I wanted to bring up. There were a couple of other little things. But nothing that I think we shouldn't linger on. Aside from this little piece of fun, which is that the MBTA not only opened the first phase of the Green Line extension, but they got new PCC cars. Rebuilt. The first of the rebuilt PCC cars for the Ashmont Mattapan have come into service. So these presumably will give the line another 10 years of lease on life. And then at the end of those 10 years, they might decide to replace them with something else finally, or they might decide that they're just going to keep them because they keep spending money on them, so why not? And
we'll probably have like a 4-year head notice if they decide to replace them, because they'll have to like find something to replace them with.
Yeah, they have stated that they're going to replace them in 10 years' time, which, I mean, I think there's like 8 years left on that countdown. But that assumes that they upgrade the line for new LRVs and then actually procure those LRVs, which anyone's guess. But yeah, there are some other cool stuff. I do want to talk about the Saratoga and North Creek at some point, but that can be saved for another time. We've made it through. We did it with energy. That's unusual and nice. This podcast is going to be titled The Coup. But does anyone have any advertisements ahead of time? I guess this is the part where I put the Kickstarter link down again, because
buy trading cards.
Yeah, buy trading cards, and if you happen to miss your opportunity to buy trading cards,
you can find them on eBay for twice the price.
after the kick.
4488 will be available soon. TM. Why is this train stopping? UP 6000. That's a nice round.
was
it's
waiting.
right there.
Yeah, it was waiting for the BNSF, but I don't know what this is doing now.
It's about to get demolished
Oh, it's
by
you.
a
It's
BNSF
Evo's
train.
on stacks.
Yeah. Coming the other
I'm
way.
creamed.
But yeah,
Listen,
let's
the
see.
Coup
We
are
have
awfully calm if it's about to get
669 sold
Nice.
on the Kickstarter, which means that we have. Oh, am I a bot? Who's to say?
I think Ellis is a robot, guys. That's
I
where
am
we should coup.
Bop.
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah, our robot overlord.
Means we have 87, which
Oh,
actually,
they just turned off the
That's all.
lights.
including the other ones, 90 packs sold out of 100 available. But, if you missed the
Nice.
Kickstarter, you can always get in touch with me, and I can send you some directly. And you can send me
Even
$6.
if you've already bought packs.
He'll laugh at you though for missing the
Right,
Quizlet.
so-
Also, this train's backing into Global 3.
It doesn't seem to be doing much backing.
I'll laugh at you for missing the Quizlet. Truth. Does anybody else have any other advertisements?
Oh, no. it's
I
not.
do not.
Subscribe
Here it
to my
goes.
channel, Easter11, I guess, and also the community channel.
Oh, did you
I guess.
did you end up using that logo? Oh, I didn't send you the full. The
No, I
finished logo yet.
haven't. Yeah, you haven't sent me the finished one, but also, I haven't had a chance to do anything.
That's understandable. Throw me a link to your channel so I can put it in the and I'm gonna go find the latest train on Amtrak. Also, subscribe to the community channel. That's another thing. That is my recommendation for everyone. It would be nice to get it up to 100 subscribers because then we can set up a custom URL for it, and in doing so, can fix the fact that the custom URL is wrong. It used to be the Admiral Ellis channel. So if you're looking for vintage Ellis content, it's still there.
Yeah, hey, Alice, when are you going to bring back the timetables?
Oh man, soon TM. I actually have thought about that a lot, but mostly my current life event stuff just gets covered in under construction now. So what I really should be doing is just making a better list of stuff that I should talk about during under construction, instead of
Right.
But I like it when the audience chimes in too. So anyway, latest train on Amtrak. Let's see what we've got. Let me look around. Let me find some African American trains. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
And if anybody has any guesses, you may say them now.
Westbound Cardinal.
Westbound Cardinal. Okay, let me just...
I know nothing about... Well, not nothing. I know very little.
Well, if there's any named trains you can think of that you might hear about being late a lot, you can just throw one out there.
You can also go by number if you don't know the name.
Empire Builder.
The Empire Builder. Okay. Which way?
Gonna go...
West.
Westbound. Okay. So westbound
Gonna
Empire
go...
Builder. Which Cardinal did you say, Dean?
Westbound.
Westbound Cardinal. Okay, that is on system. East, what were you going to say?
I need to figure out the name of that train. What is this called? What's the one that Graham always gets? Southwest Chief, right?
Yeah, the Southwest Chief.
All right.
And I get that too, but...
Let's do westbound Southwest Chief.
Okay. Achilles?
I'm gonna go with one that I don't usually think of.
Go on.
What's that train that runs like into New Orleans that's not the city of New Orleans or the Sunset Limited? What's the other one?
Crescent?
Yeah, that one. I'm gonna do the southbound Crescent.
Well, you know what? Can I change my guess?
No.
Or is it too late? No,
You can change your guess, but I just want to state that Achilles is acting kind of sus.
Achilles is very sus.
Is it the latest train? I literally was like, I want to pick one that's not one I normally pick. Because I was about to say, I'll just go back home and pick the westbound Zephyr. But I was
I was going to say...
But I was like, I haven't
hold
picked
on.
one
I
out east in forever.
I need to hear Ace's change.
I was going to say, since I'm a California kid, I need to pick a California train. Because it has to be.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say northbound Coast Starlight.
No, northbound Coast Starlight. We can start there. And Achilles, no, I get what you were saying. We'll get to that. Northbound Coast Starlight is an hour and 13 minutes late at Kelso, Washington. The one,
Wow.
the one
Alice.
in California right now is at Salinas. It is on time.
Excellent.
The Empire Builder, just to touch on it, the Empire Builder is an hour and 2 minutes late, and there's another one that is most of the way through its run, and it's 20 minutes late, so that's not actually that bad. Which Southwest Chief was it? The westbound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The westbound Southwest Chief is 45 minutes late at Gallup, New Mexico. There's another one that is 8 minutes late, approaching, well, it just left La Plata, or it recently passed La Plata, I should say. Achilles. Actually, we'll come back to you. I want to get the Cardinal out of the way first. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes late at Thurman, West Virginia. And the Crescent to New Orleans is 2 hours and 48 minutes late at Hattiesburg.
Wow.
But it is not the latest train on Amtrak.
Damn.
Very close. The Silver Star to Miami is 2 hours and 50 minutes late at Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. It actually just pulled in. It gained 5 minutes from the last stop. It actually made up 5 minutes of time. So,
I would like to point out that it would probably be quicker to find the earliest train on Amtrak on this map.
There are a lot of red trains.
All right, what's the latest train on Via, guys?
Latest train on Via.
Okay, let's see. It's the
Actually, it's not
Hudson
even
Bay.
that late. The latest train on Via is not
Less late than Amtrak.
Yeah, less late than the latest train on Amtrak. It's like 2 hours and a minute. Yeah, 2
6
hours
minutes,
and 1 minute late
ocean.
at Togo, Saskatchewan.
No, there's the ocean that goes to Nova Scotia.
that
It's
is
2 hours and 6 minutes.
5 minutes later.
In Bathurst.
Bathurst. Nice.
That sounds very
Okay.
What?
Terminations, cock and balls, goodbye.
Termination, continuing, torture from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
That's my terminus. Jesus Christ.
Ace, you have to continue.
No, you don't. Do not listen to him.
Mm-mm. That's not actually. That's my terminus. Jesus Christ, guys.
Oh my lord.
Not even Jesus can save you now.
Well, not from Florida.
Elon Musk. Jesus Christ.
Jesus, Elon Musk.
Anyway, I think I go next. I had something that I want to throw in here. Oh yeah, watch this incredibly satisfying derailment. Hold on, let me find it really quick. Right here.
Derailments are satisfying now.
Satisfying.
No, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I swear to God.
Twist.
I'll show the camera.
Oh my god, that is that. It just wanted to take a nap.
Thunk, 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 thunk.
Now how's
It's literally
that
just MSTS. Like
it's string line somewhere, and the couplers just rolled the rest of it over. It's amazing.
It just sort of Penn Centrals itself. Just sort of.
It
really
is incredibly bankrupt now. Anyway, that's a great kind of podcast. Dean, what about you?
Well, I found Lil Chonk.
Uh-oh.
No. Why is the doghouse bigger than its cab?
I don't know.
Oh no, what is this? Oh my god. Alright, when is this coming to a Royale?
I tried to bring it.
Oh crap, that's right. I need to go post the poll for the Royale that's coming on Tuesday. We're doing a Tuesday Royale to try out the spreadsheet and some new rules again. So,
is this one finally going to be published?
We will see.
Oh yeah, the last one hasn't published.
The last one hasn't been published. I do think I will publish it at some point, but it wasn't a great one.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good.
I don't blame you if you don't put it up.
I think it was a really good one.
The first half was pretty good.
Yes.
But then it sort of mellowed out. But anyway, I'd like to say, of course, obligatorily like, comment, subscribe. Thanks to you guys for coming on the show. Thanks to our viewers. Thanks to our guest. Thanks to Wes and Steve for making the Loco Base and SteamLocomotive.com. And thank you to Virtual Railfan for not taking our channel down.
Doing us yet.
Yeah. We will see you all next week. In case of an emergency, call Conrail. Bye.
Bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Wee wee.